Bora, mano! Deixe seu like, pra ajudar, tamo junto!
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Begley.
Nunca joguei
Hi
co-op
everyone,
não.
and
Tem
thanks
chat por
Peter,
voz pra
it's
ficar
great to
falando
be on
durante a
board.
partida.
Well, the
E aí,
pre-match
mano,
build-up
nunca
has
joguei
been
co-op
fantastic.
não.
Now, the game itself. So we're very much on the way now. Now then, this man really is a legend, perhaps the legend, a revolutionary, the father of a philosophy. He is, of course, Jim, Johan Cruyff.
We'd have no total football without him, Peter. No tiki-taka either.
One of the best of all time. Some say the best, and certainly one of the most influential.
Without a doubt, pure class.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Cruyff.
Pretty robust defending.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Forlan is flagged offside. Vinicius Junior is onto this. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's managed to get free. In it comes. And he cuts out the supply. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Havertz. Looking for options for movement. Cross from Scholes. Cruyff! Didn't quite get enough on that.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Silvestre is there and he can pick it up. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Threads one in. Scholes was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he's picked it up out wide. Makalele wins the duel this time. And no, that was never going to make it. Casillas sends that a long way. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Havertz! Cruyff! And he was quick to react. Vasco da Gama are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Now it's Bojan. Cafu. He is through here. Corinthians are a team that take pride in possession.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They like to be brave with the ball, get on it, have a go, Peter, try something different. They certainly have the players who are very eager to take that on.
Maldini. Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival. Silvestre. Edmilson is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Neymar.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Driving on and making good progress. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Maldini is the guilty party there. Maldini has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Pass is just off target. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. And it's Scholes. Havertz. Scholes, never out of the action for very long. Forlan, and the shot! And he can thump it away. No, couldn't quite catch up to that. Now it's Forlan. Tries one from range! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Vinicius Junior.
That was lovely, that.
He's found a way through. Now then, the ball's come loose. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Now there are plenty in the middle waiting for this.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Oh, what has happened here? Rijkaard. Cruyff. That's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's fabulous. Crosses it in here. Cruyff. Nicely spread.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Beckenbauer played out to the left flank. That is good progress on the left. He has found a way through. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was.
Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, he knows very well that he is already walking a tightrope. Maldini has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm he is therefore off. It's a really well-measured ball. And the referee has blown for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break.
Face fuxe-se ao Ideias.
So the action resumes.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And this is Cruyff. He shifted it to the flank. Vinicius Junior will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Very nicely done.
Now then, clash of the egos.
It's a good run he's making out on the left. Vinicius Junior, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Raul. Now that's well seen too. Cafu. Now it's Cruyff. Can he get it through? He's cut it out. Cafu engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Cruyff. Well timed, excellent interception. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Now that is tidy, really tidy. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That is ended up in no man's land. In with the challenge. Beckenbauer. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Edmilson. And it's lofted through here. And this is Cruyff. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Teremos uma substituição.
Vasco da Gama can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare.
And Cruyff! Boy, he struck that clean. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Looking to play him in. Cruyff gets into a good position. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. He's had it taken off him. And it's Cruyff. Cannavaro. Vasco da Gama are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Now it's Cruyff. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And this is Bojan. Oh, the whistle's gone. What's he given? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area.
Substituição.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range.
He could tee it up for someone else, but something tells me he'll have a go.
Rui Costa! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Oh, he's found support out wide. He's picked his way through. Now it's Raul. Tries a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Casillas trying to keep this in. Chance here to counter. Now, can they get him away? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Corinthians couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. He's got away. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. This looks like a more than decent chance to strike. And a great opportunity to open the scoring here. he shoots!
This is when that numerical disadvantage can take its toll. They've coped so well up to now, but energy reserves are being tested to the limit.
Good ball, good take. Just eases him off the ball. Mbappe might just make this.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now it's Lopez. He's in plenty of space here. He's picked his way through.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Pressure stays on, it is a corner. Desperate defending required here. De Bruyne goes short. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Knocks it into space. De Bruyne is wide and looking to get onto this. Lovely, now then. Steaming on goalwards. So that means another 30 minutes football. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, the scoreline may have a disappointing look about it, Peter, but that's where it ends. I think this game has had a real lively feel, and I'm not ready to give up on it yet.
So here we go then, extra time is coming up.
Substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa 4.
So our quest to find the winner continues. Mbappe! And that pass just didn't quite work. Tries to pass it through. That's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Vasco da Gama are stuck in Central Station, and they might find a fast track out wide if they'd care to look.
Pass somewhat off target. Ronaldinho. That is good alertness. Oh, good spread.
Corinthians truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it...
There's the shot! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Lopez. Beckenbauer makes the interception. That's going wide left. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, perfectly measured that. He's on it, can he? Mbappe! Lovely idea, just didn't get it right.
Mbappe really would relish another crack at that same challenge, I suspect.
Rui Costa. And that is a little undercooked. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. That is good strength. So there's the whistle, and we will have a brief break. And so penalties loom ever closer. Is there anyone who can seize the day in the next 15 minutes? And we're off for the final time. 105 minutes of football, and it is still goalless. It is going to come down to one moment. This looks promising. He's found a way through. And that's a throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. Vermeer. Beckenbauer.
Corinthians have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. He has found a way through. Now it's Lopez. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And that's going to be a booking. It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. And no, just off target. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Corinthians clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And the through ball.
Well, that might be that, Peter.
And the shot! Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. But that has not gone well. Totti. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Vermeer. Great vision. Vermeer. Now he's off and running. That has been cut short. So there you have it, penalties. So we've done it, we've been there, we've gone the full 12 rounds.
Well, winning it would have been too much to ask, given their situation, and they've done remarkably well to get this far, you know.
So here comes the ultimate pressure moment. Penalties are imminent. I think we're just about ready. Boy, you can feel the tension. Mbappe to get things going. That's a brilliant read.
I think some mind games were played there, Peter. It certainly did the trick.
All eyes on him as he places the ball. Mbappe pondering where to put it. Oh, you're not going to save that.
Looks like he's done it 1,000 times. Never looked like missing.
This for parity. Oh, sent him the wrong way.
Good penalty. The keeper might have done him a favour in committing just a bit early.
Totti is the man who's second in line. Made it look easy.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
Corinthians are looking to him to tie things up. Oh, and the keeper guessed right too.
Well, any penalty converted is a good penalty, so he did his bit there. I think he instinctively knew the keeper was going to move.
This then to level matters. No! Denied remarkably!
Well, I think he had the measure of that all the way, Peter, and he is pumped.
So on the cusp of where they want to be. He's done it! Feel the relief! So in the end they just about prevailed. All the emotional torture and travails worth it in the end. So Jim, quite a game, decided in the end in the only way it could have been.
Vasco da Gama probably deserves...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We're up and running then.
I don't think there's a player out there, Peter, who is as tactically flexible as Francesco Totti. Of course, we know him best as a number 10 or a deeper line forward.
And does history record him as the first player really to play that kind of false nine role? Getting up there! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Forlan certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
It's a throw-in. Cruyff. Bellingham. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, it's a decent chance! What a wonderful goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Bellingham. Played out towards the right wing. No, that was never going to make it. Maldini. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. It's Park Ji-sung. Searching pass he's played there. And claimed it back swiftly. Beckenbauer. And Zanetti. Silvestre is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Looking for the run.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Well, now it's a race for the ball. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Cleared without hesitation. In comes the corner. Vasco da Gama with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short, and it's made it. There's the shot! And he's quick to get rid. Cruyff with the... Oh, good climb! Go back here. He's on it. He's having a shot! And it's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Vasco da Gama are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Forlan. Vinicius Junior. He's got away. Oh. Can he finish? The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Vasco da Gama find a position of real strength now.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Beckenbauer, not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Van Dijk receives it in a good position here. Vasco da Gama have hit a quick-fire double here. He can run onto that. Now it's Lewandowski. It's Lewandowski! And he hits the net!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
So could they be onto something here? Beckenbauer. Van Dijk. Doesn't quite get there. Beckenbauer. Zanetti. Looking to play him in. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. And the ball is out of play. Vasco da Gama heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Threads one in. Now it's Forlan. Silvestre promptly onto that, and that is that. Cruyff. Van Dijk. He's going for goal! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Rijkaard. And it's Totti. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's picked his way through. That's good defending, very good defending.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter.
He's looking wide. And it's Cruyff. And this is Forlan. And he's straight offside.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Lewandowski. Lewandowski has got himself a free kick. And for the first half, that is that.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Vasco da Gama claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals, up by 3-1 at half-time. That gets us going once more. Zanetti. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Goes for a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. It's all becoming so easy. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Well, he had to bide his time a bit there, Peter. Needed more targets to aim at in the box.
Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Thuram can get it clear. Silvestre made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Forlan, he's through on goal here, and the ball's come loose here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And this is Cruyff. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Into the channel.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he's managed to get free. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Knocks it into space. Bojan Krkić receives it in a wide position. Gets a good foot in there. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Beckenbauer. Beckenbauer driving forward. Shot at goal! Oh, good finish! This day becomes absolutely perfect, utterly ideal. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That has been cut short. Maldini is there, and he can get that clear. Vasco da Gama are looking to break at pace. Tries to pass it through. Quick look, thought about cutting inside. Now it's Bojan. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Forlan. Forlan proves just a little bit too strong. Lewandowski. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Now it's Cruyff. Belling. Played down the flank. Park Ji-sung in acres of space out wide. Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
Substituição no time do Vasco da Gama. Camisa 27. Camisa 11. Deixando o campo.
And that's one back. Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Vasco da Gama still making a fight of this. Here's Beckenbauer. Steaming on goal. Decent chance! Well taken goal. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Casillas. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. And he's intervened well there. Zanetti makes the interception. Rui Costa. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Oh, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect. To win, they will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Beckenbauer voted man of the match and welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
This has to be the ultimate Tigers habitat. The noise, He's having a shot! It's in!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Vasco da Gama are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Great chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Batistuta actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Vasco da Gama are looking to go forward now. Now it's Lewandowski. Silvestre. Park Ji-sung. Oh, and a shot! Well taken goal. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So they have it all to do again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
That's a nicely shaped ball. No, that's been intercepted. Vasco da Gama couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. And he's managed to get free. Oh, he's been flattened there. Beckenbauer with the clearance. Tigres have their second corner now. Vasco da Gama have the chance to go the other way. Yamal. Lewandowski. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Denilson, and he's been shifted off it. And he's there to retrieve it. It's Park Ji-sung. It's a pretty loose pass. Bellingham. Totti. And here's Lewandowski. And it's been shipped out wide. Now it's Batistuta. That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, what has happened here? Now, can he find a finish? Chance for a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So, third corner of the game.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now, who's going to be first to this? Totti, always looking for that half a chance. Now it's Lewandowski. Great vision. And he's picked out the run.
Tigres definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
De Bruyne. Park Ji-sung. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Zanetti. Over to the right flank.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Zanetti picks it up now. Zanetti, and it's pulled back. It's Park Ji-sung. Yamal, it's a searching pass. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
On net. Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there! And they're back in front. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Nicely spread. He's in plenty of space here. He's picked his way through. He's had a shot! It's a goal! And they're threatening to fly away here. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Tigres now in a position far more desirable.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
That is good alertness. And he's opted for the long pass. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And the whistle goes for half-time. So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Señoras y señores, tenemos un niño perdido. Al padre de un niño con camiseta amarilla se le solicita presentarse en el centro de información.
Away we go again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Can he get on the end of this? Zanetti. That has not gone well. Beckenbauer.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Yamal. Totti. And that is expertly dealt with. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. De Nielsen. De Bruyne. Van Nistelrooy, who does have an assist to his name. Oh, that's fabulous. Shoots! And again! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! It's all becoming so easy. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Tigres, palpably stronger, better, superior.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
And it's in! They are playing them off the park. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed.
Takes a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Batistuta.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Where it came from. That's the keeper's ball. Rijkaard looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't...
Oh, he's been caught napping! Crosses in it. Yamal! Keeper always had the measure of that. Beckenbauer gets across to intercept that. De Bruyne. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Park Ji-sung. Nicely weighted ball. Not the most accurate pass. Zanetti carries the ball down the right. Spread to the right. He can run onto that. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
It's a promising position. The ball swung in. Big chance! And he's missed it.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Cambio.
Vasco da Gama can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Vasco da Gama still have the cards to affect this game. Foot in. Half an hour gone in the second half. This is a promising build-up. Totti. Now that's well seen too. And he's quick to return it. Batistuta. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Tigres clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have...
Batistuta! Oh, that could be pivotal!
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Tigres are having a ball here. And he cuts out the supply. Pass somewhat off target. Vasco da Gama are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. That'll be a throw. Van Nistelrooy. Oh, well played, well played. Rui Costa. That has been cut short. Rijkaard. It's Park Ji-sung. And the through ball. There, decent chance! And that's a tidy finish.
The skill and the confidence was just brilliant, and he showed both a quick head and even quicker feet.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already. And a chance! It's a loose ball. Bellingham. And the pass is intercepted. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Bojan. Time added on 4 minutes. Rui Costa. Rodri. Rijkaard. And the referee brings it to a close. Vasco da Gama have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a dispute.
Seis x 2 foi jogão, hein?
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night.
Seta,
All the
top.
ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter.
Vamos pra cima.
In the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin. Thanks.
Valeu, mano, @Ebreche10, bora pra cima.
I'm eager for the action to start.
This has to be the ultimate Tigers habitat. The noise, the passion, it really is. And a header! It's a loose ball. Oh, it's fallen loose again! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Now he's off and running. Zanetti has the space to scheme, and he lines up a cross, deftly out wide.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
This guy, De Ligt, is very impressive. I mean, how many players get to skipper a top-flight side in their teens? I'm someone who likes to think that I've seen my fair share of defensive greats, but this boy looks to have it all, and if he fulfills his potential, we're in for something special.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Batistuta. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Oh, that's well spotted. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Yamal. Zanetti. Zanetti, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Totti. Shifted it to the flank. Tries to pass it through. Lewandowski. Yamal has crossed into the middle, and it's safely in the keeper's hands. Well, that pass isn't the best. Vasco da Gama, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Nicely weighted ball. Tigres do have a chance to counter here. And no, that was never going to make it. And that's definitely not his best. Well, that looks a decent ball.
Oh, really well played.
He is through here. Park Ji-sung is always looking to play quality balls. It's a really well-measured ball. That has been cut short. Goes long and straight. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Good ball over the top. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Batistuta, and a shot! Oh, the ball's run. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Park Ji-sung. Totti. Can he get it through? Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Goes for a shot! Goal! Vasco da Gama! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Vasco da Gama have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Now it's Doué. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Nice bit of skill, and he's away.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he shoots! In he goes again!
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. And that's really well manoeuvred. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Always onto this. He has found the way through. Can he finish? And there's a goal. They are purring, truly purring. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
And look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable. And we've reached half-time.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Vasco da Gama firmly in control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Great vision.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Yamal. Rijkaard. Well read, nice interception. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And he cuts out the supply. Not the most accurate pass. Zanetti. That's the throw. That's travelling a long way. Pass somewhat off target. Bellingham under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Zanetti. Zanetti crosses. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
La cantidad de espectadores de este partido
De Nielsen.
fue de 43.886.
Rijkaard. And it's Batistuta. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Silvestre. That's Park Ji-sung. This is a promising build-up. And he was quick to react. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, perfectly measured that. De Bruyne. Can he get on the end of this? Beckenbauer kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Yamal. And that pass just didn't quite work. And the counter is on. Great defending, strong and determined. That has ended up in no man's land. Knocks it into space. That is a great... Totti! And it's there! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.